Hello, writers. RJ Tessman here with more tips for your writing life. During these cold winter months, all of us can say, I'm freezing. But for writers, sometimes that actually becomes the token of what they are actually doing. They have frozen up and they're not writing anymore. Some of the things that keep writers from writing is the fear of being judged by others, or the fear of making a mistake, not doing it right, maybe the fear of not being good enough, not being as good as someone else, the fear of even getting started on a new book or a new research, or the fear of the what ifs. What if I write this and nobody reads it? Those kinds of questions, those kinds of fears can morph together and actually self-sabotage us. So then we just stop writing altogether, or we just don't even know how to start. So what happens is we give fear more power than it really deserves. So how do we do that? How do we stop letting fear have so much power and freeze us? Well, one thing is to just sit down and write anything, even if it makes no sense. Open your journal and just write words of any kind. Maybe even just one or two sentences that they don't have to make sense. No judgment here. Another thing you can do is follow Julia Cameron's advice. Whenever the inner critic speaks to her, first of all, she named her inner critic, and then she said, "Thank you for sharing." And after she has said that, then she no longer is going to be listening to that inner critic. Another thing you can do is put affirmations around you in your writing office, your space, next to the computer, whatever. Things like, I'm a good writer, or acceptance letters that you have gotten, or a copy of a book that you have written. If you did it once, you can do it again. Or even the way I sign off on my emails, keep writing, your words matter. But whatever affirmation you choose, speak it out loud to yourself. Why out loud? Because you're using another sense. You're using the sense of hearing, and you're seeing the affirmation. So there's two senses. You're also using the sense of touch, because as your tongue moves and your teeth move, as you speak that. So then you've got three senses working together. And the more senses we use, the more we remember things. So speaking those positive affirmations to yourself are so very important. Even when things feel frozen, life still exists. The frozen ground will produce spring tulips. Frozen meat, when it's thawed and it cooked, it provides important nutrients. So even though our words may feel frozen, they have life in them when we record them, when we write them down, when we share them with the world. So, writers, don't give fear more power than it should have. Don't be frozen. Keep writing. Your words do matter.